So, one of the examples which Allah gave us in the Quran, that is the prohibition of harm, that we shouldn't be harming ourselves. And the Prophet ﷺ told us in a hadith that do not harm yourself. I'm paraphrasing right now. Don't harm and don't reciprocate harm. Means don't harm yourself and do not harm anyone else. Be merciful towards yourself and be merciful towards everyone. But sadly, in the world we live in right now, as for 2026, harming people, exploiting people, cheating people, robbing people, killing people, destroying people, murder, all of these heinous crimes have been institution. I'm not able to say the word. Institutionalized. Now, they have been made systemic in this world right now. The governments who are supposed to protect life are the one killing life. International corporations that were built on these propaganda which they spread of serving humanity are now almost killing humanity. And then we have all these financial system which rewards the the corrupt people, the people who cheat, the people who manipulate, the people who speculate, the people who gamble, and punishes the one who is honest. These all are big concept, but we all can realize these things happening in our life, in our family, in our relative, in our neighborhood, where if someone is really powerful, they get to do whatever they want. If someone has money, they can do whatever they want. While the person who belongs from a middle class society or the person who is poor, they are literally getting crushed. They have no rights, they have no dignity, they have nothing. They are nothing. They are just literally like the as toys for the powerful and rich, which they play with. I mean, you look at the world right now, where if one person in the family is unemployed, does he has dignity at the larger scale, or in most of the families, is that person worth anything, or is he considered a burden? Now, if that person is not trying, he's extremely lazy, that's another thing. But a person who is trying, but by destiny or by fate, he is not able to do things. How is he looked at? How is he talked about? How is he behaved? How is that person treated in our own families? If we have relatives, if we have relatives, and one relative is extremely rich and the other one is really poor, who gets all the rights and dignity and honor and praises and all kind of things? If you have a friend circle and you have 4 or 5 friends, and one of them is really poor, the rest of them they come from pretty much strong background. How is that one friend treated? Every joke is about that guy. That person in that group is an object of making fun of. Why? Because that young lad, that little lad, doesn't has enough money or power or material toys. This is what is happening in our day-to-day life. I'm reminded of this incident that happened during the time of our Prophet ﷺ, where our Prophet ﷺ sent some companions to some other place. And Najashi was ruling that place. It's a very famous place when they were being prosecuted in Makkah. So when those companions radiallahu ta'ala anhum ajma'in, returned back to the Prophet ﷺ, one of the companion told a Prophet ﷺ about an incident that he saw happening in that place where the companions went. Radiallahu ta'ala anhum ajma'in. He said that it was a Christian majority society country. So there was this nun, these Christian nuns. There was this nun who was carrying a bucket of water or something on her head, and she was taking that to her home. And there were these rich youngsters who was roaming around the streets, and one of the youngster came and pushed that nun, and she fell, and her bucket of water or that object, it also fell. And that nun stood up and she said, I don't remember what she said. She said that how will you how will you face God when He will ask you about this incident? I'm paraphrasing right now. I don't remember exactly what she said, but this is something like this: that how will you face God when He will ask you about this incident? And all the youngsters, they just they got in their places. So that companion the companion who was telling this to our Prophet alayhi salatu wassalam, he told this thing, and our Prophet said, alayhi salatu wassalam, that's true. Yes. Our Prophet said, alayhi salatu wassalam, that none spoke the correct thing. How will people face if people are going to exploit others, if people are going to harm others just because they are, or in whatever ways, because they're rich, because they're powerful, because they have these many connections, and so on and so forth, and whatever justification people give. If they're going to harm people, how are these people going to face God? Is there not a concept of accountability? Is there no accountability? There is a day which will come, and every one of us will be held accountable for every single deed which we do. Every single deed. We're not going to escape anything. No one gets to get away with anything in life. No one. So these are the little things which happen in a society where we can relate to. And then we have these big corporations and banks and governments, big governments, superpower governments, first world country, literally destabilizing an entire continent, funding the war, funding the genocide, helping the people who want to kill newborn babies, children's, this 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 small children, and you're dropping missiles and bombs on these children's. And on the other side of the world, you have this peacemakers who are giving the supplies of weapons and money and everything for this criminal to commit these acts in the name of self defense. How do these people think that they are going to get away with all of these things? I mean, when I look at the screens, the faces of these people, I don't see humans in them. I don't see humans in them. I mean, a human can do these things. 2 years and you are killing, 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 and that's all you want to do? Just kill? And it's 2 years of what I'm seeing in my lifetime. It's happening from the last 70 years. Can you imagine what's happening out there? You're going and killing people, and that is nothing to you. You have these international corporations and banks which are buying the bonds being issued by these criminal governments to commit genocide. And these bankers and these investment banks and these international corporations are buying those bonds because they're getting very high rate of interest. They are making money out of that, knowing that the bonds they are buying, the money they will be giving to these criminals, will be used to commit a genocide. But they're doing that. Why? They're making money. Not their problem. And when we normal people, when we listen to these things and when we see these big things happening in the society, we say that governments are bad. We say that these corporations and these banks are bad, neglecting our own self, what's happening with ourselves, what we do. Harm, corruption doesn't happen in the upper level of the society, it happens everywhere. It's happening in me, it's happening in my family, it's happening in my neighborhood. These small little things where you just harm others, where you just cause pain. And these pain can be in the form of a simple joke, a comment you make on someone, a facial expression you gave to someone. That is also a form of harm. Speaking bad about people, speaking bad about people, backbiting, and doing all kind of stuff. So we have to internalize the book of Allah in our heart, and we have to live by the principles which Allah gave us. And one of the principles which Allah gave us is do not harm yourself and do not harm others. Don't harm yourself, don't cause yourself pain, suffering, and neither to others. If we can live by this principle, I think this world will look so different. So different. So I hope this video helps you, and what I want to leave you with is some kind of a CTA call to action, which is Speak against harm wherever you see it. Speak against it. Don't just see if someone is getting exploited, if someone is getting abused, if someone is, you see something wrong being happen, then don't just turn a side eye to that. Don't just give it a side eye and just move on. No, speak. Try to stop it if you have power to do so. Don't ignore it. Don't say that it's not my problem. It's not my family. It's not my friend. No, it's not nothing to me. No, stand up. Stand up against injustice. Stand up against wrong. Stand up against crime, corruption. Stand up. And protect the weak. Protect the weak in your society. If they are weak people, if they are poor people, if they are people who just can't help themselves, and you have the capability of helping them, then please do help them. Help them. Help them not just in ways of financial needs, but help them to get out of that poverty and out of that situation they are stuck in. Expose injustice. Rebuild the system around you. Change yourself. If you're married, change. If you're married, try to change your spouse, your children's, your family. There's this thing which was asked to me that father, my friend's father asked me. I said, "Tell me what this charity begins at home means." I wasn't able to answer him, but now I understand the depth of this thing. Charity begins at home. Change, compassion, love. It all begins at home. We have to change ourselves, and we have to display the change we have made in ourselves to our families first. And don't expect the same thing back from your family, your friends, or anyone you do good to. Don't expect anything from anyone. Don't expect that because you might get pretty disappointed. Pretty disappointed. Do it for Allah. Just do it for Allah. No one else. Whatever good you are doing, just do it for Allah. Seek His pleasure, seek nearness to Him, seek His love, the love of Allah, the closeness of Him. And don't worry about people.